I'm aware that Dino Smash guy was tweeting a bunch of stuff. I said my piece. I don't need to like fight with all of the Vaush Twitter fanatics. I don't even think this guy watched the video. I think he probably literally stopped right where this red bar is. I don't need to like, I don't have to, I've said everything. I think I've given you guys whatever tools you need to fight with people online about things I've said. I think I provided good examples. I think I'm good. I will say maybe something I wasn't as big on was there were a few mean threads versus Vaush. There were a few mean ones. I definitely acknowledge that. But I do think that one thing that's hard, here's something that I recommend when you look through Reddit, and this is difficult. Reddit is very much controlled by a hot algorithm, and sometimes searching through threads doesn't give you the full picture of what a subreddit is like. Like, it's possible that I could search and find a certain number of threads that are good or bad, but what's really important, in my opinion, for subreddit engagement is 1 is going to be number of upvotes, 2 is going to be number of upvotes on the top comment, 3 is going to be comments, and 4 is going to be front page appearance. Because of the way that the hot algorithm works, it's possible that like there could be 1 or 2 bad hate threads, even with like similar-ish things, but they're not even making the page, and that's why they don't have as many upvotes or as much engagement or whatever, just as a heads up, but yeah. But I will say that, like, I don't know if somebody can dig back in the Internet Archive. The day after and the day of me and Vaush talking to Rokana, my impression of the subreddit was overwhelmingly positive, such that, like, other people were complaining about how overwhelmingly positive it is. But, you know, I could be wrong. But, oh, shit, I was in the middle of talking about something else. I'm sorry. My mom bothered me. I'm just kidding. I love my mom. I think I'm going to reach out to these people and just try to have a casual conversation on stream just to kind of, like, get acquainted. It would be cool to have a convo with Kyle Kulinski just to like figure out where he's at, probably apologize to him over the dad comments and just be like chill, like as a relationship reset. I think would be good. Having a casual convo with David Pack would be good. Talking to either Cenk or Anna would be really good, I think. And then figuring out some convo with Ethan, I think would be good because he streams off stream. I'm probably gonna make a proactive effort to reach out to all 4 of these people. I think I need to start widening. Yeah, it's Cenk. It's Cenk. It's not Cenk. It's not Kenk, it's Cenk. That's I fuck that name up, but yeah. I've DM'd with Anna before, but I think she kind of wanted to chill and everything. But yeah, I think it's I need to just have these people in my repertoire. Deepak was in the subreddit earlier and said he was interested. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Breakdown of your attacks and you see the big.
Why is he so quiet? Wait, is he quiet to you guys? Or am I who cut this streamable? Whatever, you guys just aren't gonna get to hear it, I guess.
Have you seen the big Destiny breakdown of your attacks in this community? No, of course I haven't. But like, who cares? Dude, are we on 2.5 years now of like mono-directional whining? Like, yeah, obviously. Like, I do find it particularly funny that after a VidCon panel where the main thing that Destiny wanted to contribute, much to the detriment of the broader conversation, you know, apropos of nothing, was, isn't the left bad because the left will virtue signal and nitpick and like tear apart one another and not work together on critical issues? And then he...
It's okay. I'm so glad I made all my predictions at the start of my convo. I was writing notes on how I wanted to approach this conversation, like on the flight back, because I knew that he was going to try to do the gaslight into Destiny's really the one trying to tear us apart. I knew that he was going to do exactly this. He has like it's a predictable script at this point.
He like storms back to his stream and he's like, I refuse to work in this environment anymore. I can't believe this. And then does like an hour of attack. Like it's been going on for years. And like tear apart one another and not work together on critical issues. And then he like storms back to his stream and he's like, I refuse to work in this environment.
Remember that I didn't storm back to my stream and say anything. I actually streamed 2 times, I think, or 3 times since the event, and I didn't say anything at all about it because I specifically said that I was going to wait for Vaush to speak on it first so that I could understand how I wanted to respond.
Anymore. I can't believe this. And then does like an hour of attack. Like it's been going on for years, folks. It's not going to change. Just volatile, you know? If the 2 of you are working together for PV, wouldn't it be better for the 2 of you to get along? The whole point of progressive victory, an organization, is that you can just send people over to do the canvassing. And the point of this is that not everyone who's sending the people has to get along. That's literally the design. That's the explicit purpose of the organization. That's what I advocate for it on the basis of. If the precondition for being able to contribute was always like everyone involved has to get along, then it wouldn't work and it misses the point of coalition building.
Very, very, very high
Also,
level.
he could like not be a freak if he...
Oh, yeah. So you can't work with people if your audiences fucking hate the other people. It just doesn't work that way. Like, I'm sorry, but... And I also hate that he just like unintentionally revealed himself to be the laziest motherfucker in the world, right? I want my involvement that I can tell my community to go to another place without me having to do anything. And then I want credit for canvassing, right? That's like what he's essentially saying.
He could like not be a freak if he wanted to, you know? Is Destiny angry you drank his water? That was my water!
Ooh, oh my God. We've got like, we're like watching, this is like some meta shit. We're watching the recorder right now on his computer, recording for us. When are we becoming
Supposedly
the Hassan plus Jenk debate? I should be doing it. I want to read these. We'll watch our Britney clip. We'll do this. From an unbiased guy, it kind of sounded like you wanted to leverage the event to get an apology from Vaush. You might be right on everything you say, though. What do you mean leverage the event to get an apology from Vaush? That's not worth anything to me. What are you talking about?
He was saying you were kind of hijacking his polling / canvassing efforts in Wisconsin. He's saying that because he's a drama queen. I'm sorry, that just doesn't tie to reality.
What do you mean? Because I like how this is all like, ooh, this actually feels really icky. This feels like going back to high school and people are still talking about like high school shit. What is it? No one is doing, this isn't drama, right? These are high dollar amounts, high time and talent investment amounts, and like big impact events. I don't know what we're saying here. This is like drama stuff. This is not drama stuff. I mean, maybe you're being dramatic, but you can't work with somebody who's actively trying to destroy you and tear you down in the eyes of their community. That's just like a pretty obvious thing. Remember, all of this, I'm going to be honest, okay? My conversation for all of this has been pretty easy and pretty straightforward. This would have been so much harder for me if he would have came back home and he would have just not said anything at all about me. Or just been like neutral. Because then it would have been like, okay, well, he didn't apologize, but he didn't say anything bad about me to his audience. Like, okay, fuck, I need to, okay, how do I want to do this? Am I really gonna, I'll probably bygones be whatever. Right, that would have put me in a pretty difficult, rhetorically speaking, it would have put me in a difficult spot. But he didn't. He came home and he shit on me, and he shit on my community. It was so easy for him to just not do that. All he had to do was just not act unhinged. It was so easy.
I'm sorry, that just doesn't tie to reality. He'll say it for, like, it's completely disconnected from any rational assessment of what actually happened. I think that one of the things that I've actually been pretty consistent about is congratulating him for the work that he's done canvassing. Even
that's not true. That is not a thing that he's been consistent on. In fact, I'm pretty sure that one of the things he gets really upset about me for is that I said I want him to fucking die because of his ear keloid thing or whatever. If I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure the reason why I said that, I think the reason why I said that was because he said that all of my canvassing efforts were spite-driven.
Vaush on you canvassing in Georgia.
Canvassing in Georgia? I didn't know that, but good luck to him. I assume that sometime in the past few weeks a leftist told him, it would be terrible if you did canvassing in Georgia. So now he's motivated by the spite thing. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you know.
I wish that his fucking...
It's like so much time and effort and money and talent and everything that goes into these events. It's just, I know, like, and the thing is, like, some people in my audience are already typing it up. Like, oh, he was just joking. And it's like, no, he's not. It is a joke, but it like plays along into like all of his caricature. If you make a caricature of somebody, is there a verb there? Caricaturization?
Vaush on you canvassing. That is fucking disgusting.
He brings this up like he gets so hurt by like, just you said you wanted me to die. And it's like, bro, fuck you.
One of the things that I've actually been pretty consistent about is congratulating him for the work that he's done canvassing.
That's not true. You only did that after it was like pretty popular on Twitter and a lot of people were congratulating me and you didn't want to be left more in the cold than you've already left yourself.
Even like despite like the last time I saw a clip of Destiny on my stream and like reacted to it was him saying he wanted me dead. And in spite the like fervent, irrational, hysterical hatred from his side of things, I've always been like, well, the canvassing's good. Right?
Do you see how he just, hold on. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to get riled up. Do you see how he just spun a complete and total lie out of everything that just happened here, right? That he says that I'm acting unhinged. He's saying that I told him to die for no reason. That and all he's ever done is wished me well. Like, we literally just watched a clip where that exactly didn't happen. Oh, did he do this multiple times?
Oscar with the $5. Did you know Destiny is doing live canvassing?
Oh,
in
this is the one
Georgia?
we watched.
I didn't know that, but good luck to him. I assume that sometime in the past few weeks, a leftist told him, it would be terrible if you did canvassing in Georgia. So now he's motivated by the spite there. A testament to my, let's just say, Buddha-like moral discipline and consistency. Did I not compliment Destiny for doing the Georgia canvassing? I did, of course, point out that he only did it because, you know, the phantom of a leftist that exists in his mind whispered into it that, you know, he would be triggered if he did go canvass in Georgia, which is true and really did happen. But legitimate praise to the actual act, you know. Even if he's just sort of being blown by the by the wind of spite, you know, if it leads him in a good direction, I think that's admirable and should be celebrated. And I dislike Destiny directly, probably more than literally anyone else online. Mostly because he's made such an effort to be a part of my life. It's a proximity thing. Yeah, then he said I should die, yes. I praise Contra.
Like...
Right? And then, like, but that's not enough.
But, like, and remember, this is his retelling of that.
Of what actually happened. I think that one of the things that I've actually been pretty consistent about is congratulating him for the work that he's done canvassing. Even, like, despite, like, the last time I saw a clip of Destiny on my stream and, like, reacted to it was him saying he wanted me dead.
Look at how completely... This is intentional, right? This has to be prepared and intentional. It has to be.
And in spite the, like, fervent, irrational, hysterical hatred from his side of things, I've always been like, well, the canvassing's good, right? And then, like... But that's not enough. Like, there's always whining. There's always, I'm being wronged. There's always, like, in spite of all of this, like, I'm the victim, blah, 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 whining. And, you know, the only objective of the whining is to get me to pay more attention to it. It's always like, well, if you want to debunk these ridiculous claims, then why don't you spend 8 hours reacting to this 1 hour of him talking? Like, nah.
And again, with the he's obsessed, it's like the same playbook.
Yeah, like a jilted ex-lover, but it's been years. Years! Pay attention, pay attention.
Pay attention, pay attention. Wait, is Kelly actually defending Vaush? One day, both Destiny and Vaush will admit that they're just old ladies that like something to whine about. I missed it, but it's a shame they both focus on the worst parts of what each other says. Both will say positive and negative things about each other. Vaush called him very smart and said it was nice of him to pay for dinner as well. Like, oh my god. If anybody was going to be an abuse victim, it would be Kelly, I guess. That makes sense. Never mind. I mean, it makes... Because that's like the... That is like... It's like a standard tactic, right? Like, you couple a little bit of good things with a lot of bad things. The good compliments don't mean much. If anything, the good compliments are flipped in the future. Like, for instance, when I compliment Vaush as being intelligent, but not really, that's a half compliment because I use Vaush's intelligence to say this is why I don't like Vaush more than Hassan. Because I think Vaush is smarter than Hassan, but that makes him more evil because he's all the more bad faith with dealing with me. So, like, for me to say something like... For me to say something like, yeah, Vaush, he's a really smart guy. I think that's why I'm more disappointed in him. Like, is it a compliment? I mean, kind of. But, like, not really. Pairing compliments and insults is a very, more often than not, the bad thing is going to stick out. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Dude, I could do a whole thing on, like, negging or, like, emotionally destroying somebody if you want. And that's probably a really good way to do it. Pairing insults with compliments, you insult the things that you know are the things they're the most insecure about, and then you pair it with superficial compliments, and it gives you plausible deniability for ever meaning anything horrible, right? Like, what would you say? Like, if you have a woman, if you've got a woman with, we'll say body image issues, you know, you could say like, hey, listen, like you do, like, yeah, like you do really good at work. I mean, that's great, but like, God, you're so fat. You just need to lose some weight, right? Like you could say these things. That'd be a pretty hurtful way to say that, right? But then if she comes back at you and it's like, you're always mean to me, like, I don't understand why you're like tearing me down so much. And it's like, no, I'm literally like, I said you do some things well and you do not, you know, other things not well, right? But like a compliment to somebody's like work is like, she doesn't care about this. That's not like a thing. It's like, but then the insult like tears her down so much more. but you pair these together in ways like this, and you can do this in more sophisticated manipulation schemes, especially towards other people as well. But you can pair these things together in a way that like you always have like plausible deniability, but then and then the person getting abused feels gaslit, because when they try to call out the other person being abused, it's like, dude, I say just as many nice things to her. Like, I compliment her. It's not like I'm always like being mean all the time, but like the person knows what they're doing. It's just frustrating that like I think every abuser tactic I could ever think of would work on Kelly 100%. Sorry, I'm getting triggered. I shouldn't be getting triggered. Fuck, that comment by Kelly just triggered the fuck out of me. It's triggering the fuck out of me because I know there's a lot of dumb shit happening behind the scenes with Darius and Xena too, and I know that Kelly also drove that. So Kelly's on my super trigger list right now. Or maybe this is day 2 of my amphetamines and I'm having the bad mood swings. I don't think I'm having a bad mood swing.